I can't believe I've only watched 2 episodes of Season 7 of Outlander. Time elapses rapidly, and I'm not prepared to express farewell to this season yet. Such a lot have occurred in the subsequent episode. Alan, Malva's brother, was finally identified as the perpetrator. In order to receive treatment for their newborn daughter Amanda, who had a heart defect, Brian Roger traveled back in time to the 20th century. After escaping her captivity, Wendigo Donner demanded gemstones from the Frasers. While he and his idiotic companions were searching for the pearls, they spilled ether all over. Nevertheless, stupid is stupid. This man used a match to light the room, which resulted in a huge explosion. Specifically, Claire instructed him not to light that match. And how is it that he is unaware that ether is flammable? I believe that because he spent too much time in the past, he lost track of fundamental science. Regardless, the incredible explosion marked the episode's conclusion. I must now determine who survived and who perished. I received contradictory clues from the preview for the upcoming episode. Naturally, I am aware that Jamie and Claire are not dead. However, how did they survive? Did the explosion only affect Wendigo and his friend's area of the house? It makes sense because Claire's surgery was the only place where the ether came out. For more clues, let's look at the preview. This shot of a car driving in the middle of nowhere serves as the preview's opening image. I'm assuming this is Scotland, and Roger and Bree own the vehicle. This was easy to figure, as you can envision. They securely went in the past episode, in spite of the fact that I contemplated whether they would remain in the US or go to Scotland. Because Claire claimed to know someone who could assist Amanda, it's possible that they will see Joe Abernathy in the United States first. Joe is one of my #1 characters on the show, so I truly want to believe that we see him in episode 3. They will travel to Scotland following treatment for Amanda by Bree and Roger. The preview contains additional hints, and I will also display photos from the production. The review go on with Jamie and Claire lying in bed. Jamie claims that he had a second dream about Claire. Sincerely, this plot is quite intriguing. I've been eagerly awaiting more information regarding Jamie's capacity for foresight. He also talked about the previous episode when he saw Claire under electric light. This has undoubtedly been ongoing. As Claire asks him what occurred in the fantasy, Jamie begins to portray, and what do we see? Lolly Brock is getting close to a car. It's been a while, friend. I'm not sure what's going on because this car is different from what we saw at the beginning of the trailer. Roger and Bri are at least present in this one. We are certain of that. Jamie's flawless description of the scene is interesting. Claire also inquires about Bri and Roger's happiness. However, before he responds to that query, the preview delves into something else. So Bri and Roger are going to Lally Brock. According to the episode synopsis, Roger and Brianna discover a connection to Jamie and Claire in the 20th century. Therefore, I would speculate that following the treatment, they wonder if Jamie and Claire are still alive following the fire, and they discover that Jamie and Claire may have returned to Scotland. Jamie told Claire in a season preview after the first episode of Season 7 that he wants to go back to Scotland to bring young Ian back to his family. Therefore, it's possible that Roger and Bree will find out about this in the future and travel to Scotland to learn more about their history. I know from a few leaked images that Bree and Roger will stay in a caravan in front of their ancestral home because, as you may recall, the house was in bad shape the last time we saw it when Claire went, so they will probably do renovations there. Back to the sea. Claire and Jamie endeavored to assemble this house. Being able to see it in such a state makes me feel emotional. Youthful Ian is strolling among the vestiges and Jamie and Claire sit before the house. You can see them from behind. The following shot shows Jamie and Claire from the front. They are obviously upset. The last scene of the sea shows Claire counseling youthful Ian. She tells him to keep breathing, act strong, and put on a brave face. This makes me wonder if it has anything to do with the loss of Fraser's Ridge or something else that hasn't happened yet. I'm not going to discuss the spinner some of you left in the comments about something young Ian does. Now is the time to discuss the season thus far and your predictions for the remainder. Did the first 2 episodes satisfy you? How will the 3rd episode play out? Tell me in the remarks beneath. Make sure to share and like this video. If you want to see more videos like this one, you can subscribe to the channel. Come back soon.